Skittle-a-die-da-bee-bob-dee-skiddle-dee-doo. Skeetin' and a-skettin' and a-scoodle-dee-day. Bee-beem-da-bob-bob-dee-diddle-dee-do. Skidda-ba-dee-da-bob-bob-da-doodle-dee-day. My babies. Time for your bath, me little blossoms. Just like a refreshing April shower. Now to get you good and dry so's your iron wouldn't rust. We don't want no ants in our plants, does we? Die-die-di-di-diaper, there now, all ready for your spinach bed. I'll tuck you in nice and cozy. This formula all makes me little sprouts good and stout. Now that's what I calls a peaceful, contented nursery. Me babies. A gopher. Now, you leaves me spinach alone, young fella. Yow! Comes back with me spinach. This'll flush 'em out. Yikes! That's all I can stand. I can't stand no more. Pardon me. Say your prayers. He hasn't got the heart to pull the trigger. I guess I'm just an old softy.
Think we are all good. All right, guys, we are live. Um, did anyone else besides Matt? Okay, Matt, you got that issue fixed. Okay, because everything looked good on my end for the intro cartoon.
It's good for
Um,
me.
okay, yeah, that was 1954 Popeye. Gopher, what is it? Popeye Gopher something. Um, One of the few older Popeye cartoons that I found that was absolutely copyright free.
Hmm.
Um, a lot of the older black and white adaptations of Popeye are in the public domain as of last year. But as always, you just got to do your due diligence to find those hidden gems that are in the public domain. Not all of them are, but yeah, we got a good one. Um, all right, everybody, we are set to watch The Sandlot from 1993. Did I get that right?
Yep.
Yep, 1993. It is a it is a classic reminiscent of simpler times in our childhood. Whether you grew up in the 90s, grew up in the 60s, 70s, 80s, or 2000s, depending on, if you're a youngster out there, just simpler times. Um, we are, set for an hour and 41 minutes. We should all have the theatrical version. I was not aware of any director's cut or anything like that. Um, and we should all be synced up at 20th Century Fox right at the beginning. Um, yeah, that good introduction for me. And joining me today is Mr. Furzel. Welcome, Mr. Furzel.
Hey, thanks, Sharon.
And welcome everybody in our chats and watching along on YouTube and in the chat and Discord.
Yep.
Without further ado, Mr. Furzel, you want to give us a countdown? And we all press play.
Okay, guys, here comes the pitch in five, four, three, two, one. Press play.
All right. All right, let me do a quick volume check. Okay.
Hey, Johnny
All
Depp,
right.
Alex Peacock, nice
Um,
to see you. Eric and Calbot and GH.
oh yeah, we got our the usual suspects in the chat today. Welcome everybody. Appreciate you all being here. And Alex, my day worked out that I could make it today. Fantastic. Fantastic. Um, Widescreen or pan and scan game? How about, I don't know.
Well, it's funny, Alex. I've got an old DVD. I think I got from Best Buy years and years ago. So it's one of those that has like the widescreen on the back. You have to like flip it over. So that's what I'm running with right now. This is probably I think this is the first time I've broken out this DVD. I've not watched this movie in many years.
Oh, fantastic. Matt is mentioning it's his first time watching.
Okay.
Um, it's known as a cult classic now. I think when it first came out, it was kind of a hit and miss
Yep.
movie. But over time, as okay, as GH mentioned, you're not killing me, chat. There is a line. You're killing me, Smalls. That line is just
Yep. That's
lived
one line
on.
I know from this flick.
Yep. So that line might precede your knowledge of the movie. It is. It's reminiscent of movies like Stand By Me,
Yep.
um, and then the name escapes me. I'm going to have to look it up. There's a female version of Stand By Me that came out a couple years after that with
Hmm.
Rosie O'Donnell. I think Gabby Hoffman was in it.
Are you talking about A League of Their Own?
Nope. Um, I think a young Gabby Hoffman and Rosie O'Donnell was in it. It's Now and Then. That's what it is. Now and Then.
Okay.
Yep. And it's got those feel good vibes like Field of Dreams. This is very reminiscent of a Field of
Yep.
Dreams. This is set in 1962,
Mm-hmm.
and we're joined
God, look at those
we're,
cars.
we're joining the adventures of these nine kids as they yes, Alex, you're thinking of Now and Then. Thank you. I could not think of that movie, and I have not seen that movie in a very long time. Um, so this is just a feel good movie. I thought we should start our summer with a feel good. Um,
Hmm.
and
And they even had U-Haul back in '62, huh?
I think, can someone do a search? Is that the authentic logo of what U-Haul was back in the 60s? Um, and they're all going to be about like 12 or 13 years old, all in junior high. And this is supposed to be set, I believe, in Southern California or like
Yeah, it's always Southern
LA.
California.
Yeah, like maybe Southern, mid California. Um, so interestingly, when we start off that picture of Babe Ruth, very baseball themed movie, the there are quite a few documentaries about Babe Ruth in particular. The time that he was with, where did he go after the Yankees? Are there any baseball fans here in the chat?
Boston Braves, I think, unless I'm mistaken.
I think so. Did he start off at the Yankees?
Yeah, well,
Um,
he was with the Red Sox originally, and then they famously traded him, and that's what started the whole legend of the curse of the Bambino. Um, and then he was with the Yankees for much of his career, but I think towards the end, he was like an assistant manager with the Boston Braves. Chat, you can
gotcha.
correct me if I'm wrong, but I think that's it.
Okay, I think, yeah, he started off on the Red Sox and then got traded. And then there was like this curse that followed the Red Sox for decades and decades.
Oh, yeah,
Lots of really interesting documentaries on that.
yeah.
Um,
Man, I forgot that Dennis Leary was in this. What a
yep,
bad character to have.
yep. And Karen Allen plays
Oh,
Small's mother, Scott. Scott, he's known as Smalls.
yeah, wow.
Yep. And all of these kids are going to have really cute nicknames.
Hmm.
Um, all right. Well, let's talk Discord. Let me see who's over in Discord. Looks like we have Matt and Alex and Calbot. Welcome, welcome.
Oh,
And Calbot, all right, over in Discord, he's posting the
yep.
U-Haul logos. So if this movie was 62, did they get
Would
the
have been that
logo right?
nationwide one, which I didn't see on the truck, but they might have taken some creative license, or maybe it was something that
Yeah.
was interim. So it's hard to say how historically authentic they would have been. But
Yeah.
thanks for bringing that up,
Uh,
Calbot.
They, I mean, they authentically, you could picture this as the early 60s
Yeah,
childhood. Spent very little time in front of the TV. There's no computers, no cell phones. This is what
yep,
kids did.
yep. Stay out
Um,
until dark, and then that's when you got to get home.
that's right. And then your parents would start calling your friends looking for you if you weren't home on time.
Yeah. Oh
Yep.
man, I miss the old
Um,
days.
yeah, the old days of a simpler childhood.
Yep.
Oh, Matt, this looks like the homes I grew up in Southern California, but this movie was filmed in Utah. Yes, it was filmed in Utah, but it's supposed to be set in, I want to say San Fernando Valley, Santa Barbara area. Yep, set in
Yep.
San Fernando Valley. Um,
Well, a nice desert out there too.
it is looking pretty rough, isn't it?
Yeah.
Um,
It's fall.
Matt is mentioning, according to IMDb trivia, there are a lot of errors based on the time things existed. Yeah, I think you're right, Mr. Furzel. They are going to take creative license.
Yeah.
What is what is authentic about this movie are the impressions of childhood,
Yeah.
I guess. In order to create this conflict in the kid's life, and honestly, what kind of conflict do you have, right? As a
Yeah.
12-year-old, we are introduced to this danger behind the fence. The dog behind the fence, we're getting really like Cujo vibes.
Yeah. Well, it's that juvenile imagination kind of letting run wild.
Yeah. And
Oh,
so Smalls, as we can see, is not very good at baseball, but you know what?
I
I
used to have
I
a
can
friend that would throw like that.
I can relate. You know, sometimes you do have trouble making friends. Maybe you are just an introvert and you're not, the new kid, especially being the new kid.
Oh yeah,
It's tough,
it is
right?
rough.
If any of you have ever moved around as kids, knowing how hard it is to make friends, and sometimes you just never really fit in, sometimes you do.
And it was my friends though that I made when I was in elementary school that actually also taught me how to throw. Because
Hmm.
otherwise I would have been throwing like that probably most of my life. There really is a skill to it. There really is like a mechanism you got to learn. But if no one teaches you, you don't really pick it up.
Yeah, that's right. If no one taught this kid, um, because his mom, right? He lost his father, his mom remarried, and he
It's Karen
didn't
Allen.
have that in him, right? It's a traditionally male sport, and it's passed down, and the father and sons go out there. It's a cliche, right? But it's it's a way of that fathers and sons bonded. So if the
Oh
kid
yeah.
doesn't have it, of course he's not going to be able to throw.
I'll tell you, Sharon, and Chad can back me up on this. I mean, something that always brings a tear to a middle-aged man's eye. Watching Field of Dreams, that scene where Kevin Costner asks his dad to play catch with him one last time. Man, I tell you, that gets me. No matter what I'm feeling, that gets me every time.
Yeah, whether you've had a dad or you haven't had a dad growing up, that movie just hits you in the feels,
Oh yeah,
right? Yeah, and that movie is on my list.
nice.
I consider Field of Dreams is like a baseball centered movie with a lot of heart to it.
Oh, yeah, I was just
This
gonna say.
movie, The Sandlot, is like almost a baseball movie with a lot of feel to it too, but with a younger generation.
Yeah.
Um, I did not know that, Matt. Funny you should mention that. The trivia says the dog used in this movie is a pup of the dog used in Cujo.
Holy shit,
Okay,
that is something.
so long live the lore. They really did play up that Cujo. Oh, thank you, Matt. Yeah, it does hit you in the fields.
Alex Peacock, I love that you remember Karen Allen from Animal House first, before any other films that people might remember her from.
Wasn't that her first movie?
That probably was. Yeah, I think it was probably a first movie for a lot of folks, but that's not the first Karen Allen film I think of when I think of her.
Indiana Jones.
Oh yeah,
That is, I think, one of her most recognizable ones. But yeah, she was in Animal House at the very beginning of her career. Um, I believe, yeah, because Animal House came out late 70s. She did made her major film debut in Animal House.
yep. It's weird to see Dennis Leary so clean cut. This one.
You know what? And his character here, it's almost like he's the a mean, evil father, but it appears that he is trying, at least, to
Yeah,
be a good stepdad slash dad to the kid. Um, So for those of you that have not seen the movie, um, oh yeah, I drew up like what I was gonna say about his character, but I don't want to give too much away. This movie really does have a good slow pace. Things do evolve,
Hmm.
and characters do develop.
Yeah. I think it's because Dennis Leary's character is just such a natural baseball fan. He probably expected, any red-blooded American boy at that time to just like have a natural intuition for it. But like I said, it's like if no one teaches you, you never really learn. Oh, shoot.
As with anything in life, you have to practice.
Yeah.
But yeah, this was back in the days the kids get smacked in the face
Yeah.
and he's putting a stake on it. Now,
The steak.
I don't know. It's lore. Everybody does that. You put a
Oh,
stake
yeah.
on your on a bruise to keep it from what,
Well,
swelling,
I'll help,
right?
defrost it so that you can then have it for dinner that evening.
You can still wash it off, have it for dinner. Um,
I love Cal Buck
oh,
put Dennis Leary's little clip from his asshole song, which is the one other thing about Dennis Leary I always remember.
is Dennis Leary a musician? I did
Well,
not know that.
he did release a single, but it was part of his character, part of his brand when he was, doing stand up comedy. He'd say, "I'm an asshole, I'm an asshole," and then it's just that'd be the refrain.
That's right. I I don't remember him from stand up all that much, but he did play a lot of funny, rough characters. He was a good character actor with that
Yeah,
ambiance.
yeah. Old Johnny Devick says, "Never heard about this movie." Johnny, like I said, it's been a year since I watched it. Because it's more of like a family oriented kind of film, which are not always my first go to. But I added it to my collection because I remember seeing it when I was younger, and I remember it's got some of those moments in it that people always quote and kind of look to. And then there's this
Yeah,
act- and then there's this actor who just kind of like still still looks the same and does the same thing even as an adult now.
yeah, he pretty much still looks like that. I think as he grew up, he stayed in the entertainment industry.
Yeah.
Um, okay, who?
I don't think anyone called Babe Ruth the Titan of Terror.
Um, okay, who was it that mentioned? Okay, Matt had mentioned a lot of unknowns in this movie. Don't know many that went on to big fame.
Mm.
Um, yeah, I think what what is his name? Hamilton. I think he stayed in the industry.
Hmm.
The kid who plays Smalls, I think, kind of tried to stay in the industry, but had some legal trouble later on in life.
Yeah.
Um, the kid here who plays Benny, I believe he got out of the industry at some point and is now a firefighter.
Huh.
Um,
It's quite a
uh,
transition.
yeah, who else? We have the brothers Tommy and Timmy. Um, we have they call him Squints with the glasses.
Just
Um, and Alan, they call him Yeah Yeah.
I
I
know the
think.
I know
Go
the
ahead.
one kid with the inside out hat. He was in the Mighty Ducks, wasn't he?
Um, with the backwards hat with the dark glasses that squints.
No,
Was
no,
he in the
no.
Mighty
The
Ducks?
no, the kid right now he's got like a dark green button up shirt.
Bertram. Hey, does
Yeah.
anybody want to search for him real quick? Was he in the Mighty Ducks?
He's got to be the kid. I think he was like the forward or something in there.
Yeah, and there are two sequels of this movie.
Huh.
I think they went direct to video.
Yeah, they
The
must have. I never heard
director,
of him.
The director of this movie, I think, directed one of them, Davey Mickey Evans, also wrote this movie, and he's also the narrator. He is still heavy in the industry.
Hmm.
But as far as anybody really making it big, I don't know. I don't know if any of these kids really went on to make it big. This was their ensemble
Yeah.
hit.
I
Ah,
like I like that Alex Peacock says that they still get together regularly. The cast still gets together and hangs out. That's cool, you know. When you make friends
that
like
is.
that young especially, you know, it's important to hold on to those.
Yep. And Matt is confirming he is in the Ducks.
There we go.
Because
Tremendous
didn't
name.
the Mighty Ducks come out just around this time?
Yep. It's another early 90s child ensemble sports, you know, winning
Yep.
against all odds kind of movie. Yeah, they were popular back then.
Yep. The underdogs who triumph in the end.
Yep.
We've got a lot of movies about that.
Callot says, couldn't find a meme of Dennis Leary's Edgar Friendly rant from Demolition Man. That's the only other flick I really know him well from, Calbot, other than the TV show he did where he was a firefighter. I can't remember what the hell that was called, but that was pretty intense too.
Rescue Me.
That's right. That's right. It was like Demolition Man, Rescue Me, and then he played, you know, Captain Stacy in the Sony Amazing Spider-Man movies, and that's most of where my Dennis Leary exposure came from, other than his stand-up.
Yeah. He also did the voice of, in the Ice Age
Oh
movies,
yeah, the
of
saber-tooth tiger.
the saber-toothed tiger, Diego? Is his
Sounds
name
about right.
Diego?
Yeah, they're making another one of those, aren't they? I mean, talk about a franchise that doesn't die.
Do we really need another one?
I don't think we do.
Alex Peacock is mentioning two sequels after this Sandlot, not really worth watching. Just one, guys. It's okay to
That's
have
right.
just one hit movie and stop.
That's
It
right.
really is.
I love that Smalls' hat is like so big, like the brim of it sticks out about a foot.
I don't think we have a backstory on that hat, but I can imagine it used to be his father's hat, and so
Yeah,
it's still too big.
yeah. Oh, that's right. The Dodgers would have moved to LA several years before this takes place. Okay, yeah, that makes sense. I was just wondering for a minute. Benny's wearing the LA hat, and I'm like, wait a minute, the Dodgers. But yeah, the Dodgers would have been in LA by '62.
Where did they move from?
Brooklyn. That was back when Brooklyn had a baseball team.
Oh,
They
the
got
Brooklyn Dodgers. Yeah.
Yep. They got a history all their own, pretty much. Used to be called the Bums. Then they moved
Oh,
to
yeah. Calvin
LA.
is saying 57. Maybe we can get some clarification on that. Oh,
Alex says Brooklyn Dodgers forever. Hey man, I mean, I love small town teams. I kind of wish Brooklyn still had a baseball team. At least they got an NBA team, and they do pretty well here and there. Calbot says they moved in '57. Yeah, I think you're right. I think it was like late '50s they moved. And now they're one of the top teams in the MLB, just they're kind of like the 21st century Yankees. They're just buying up all the best players, and they're a favorite kind of every year now.
I'm going off of what you said. Brooklyn has an NBA team.
Brooklyn Nets, unless I'm mistaken. They
I'm
used
going
to
to
be
have to
in
search.
Jersey.
When did they get that team?
It wasn't all that long ago. I think it was like maybe several years ago, but I think
Okay.
originally they were like the New Jersey Nets, and then they moved to Brooklyn.
Okay. The Nets is familiar, but I don't remember them ever being associated with Brooklyn. Okay, before settling in Brooklyn in 2012, they played as the New York Nets and the New Jersey Nets.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's funny because when he's standing out there and just holds up his hand and catches the ball. I mean, honestly, that speaks a lot to like my first experience playing baseball. Like, I was afraid that the ball would come to me because, I was worried I'd have to catch it, and if I didn't, it would obviously hurt the team's chances, yada yada. But, a friend of mine helped me out with that, and just after a couple of catches, then it's just like, oh, okay, I can do this.
And then you just get better from there.
Yeah. I mean, it's also important you got like a glove that's worn in. The glove, I remember back in school, I had like a Ken Griffey Jr., like I had like a pitcher's glove for whatever reason, and I never really properly worn it in, so it was kind of difficult to use at the time, but I made it work. But, I mean, after I got my footing, I was actually fairly good at baseball.
So this movie is just right up your alley, reminiscent of your childhood, right?
Oh, it does. It brings up memories, some good, some
Yep.
bad. Not
Right. Not that you grew up in the 60s. I don't know.
Nope.
I think this might have been before any of our times,
Oh yeah.
but we can relate to childhood like this.
Oh yeah.
I don't know kids today, when they get older, will they have memories like this? And what are their memories of their childhood in this current
Doubtful.
age gonna be like?
Memory's going to be all on their phones, if you ask me.
And yeah, that is too bad.
He's calling a shot.
Okay, so the kid pitching, um, Kenny, his name is Kenny. He was in the movie The People Under the Stairs.
That's right. Yeah, he was in that. That was yeah Stephen King movie.
I don't think it was Stephen King.
Or maybe I'm way off.
I'm thinking I'm thinking it was Wes Craven.
Oh, you might be right.
Well, it is Wes Craven.
Oh,
Wes
okay. Good
Craven
catch.
directed it and did the screenplay. Um, it came out 2 years prior to this.
Huh. It's like, damn, you idiot, now we can't play no more.
You know, these kids, this is the biggest problem they have. He's
Yeah.
so good he hit the ball over the fence, and they have no
Well,
other
baseball's
ball.
got had to been like 1 cent a piece back in 1962.
And we'll get to that in one of the later scenes. You actually find out how much a baseball is, which I think even
Yeah.
back in '62 was astronomical.
Really? Jeez.
But it's so funny because one of the things these kids are going to do is weave these tales of these fantasy tales. And once your friend tells you something, everybody just goes hog wild, and so it just becomes gospel,
Yep.
even though it couldn't be further from the truth. Um, yeah, Matt, they're apparently 98 cents back in the day.
Hmm. Well, 98 cents in 62. Yeah, that would have been a pretty penny, I guess.
For a bunch of kids who have no money.
Yeah, right.
But
98.
they do have a really cool Sandlot. The
Yep.
people around them don't seem to care because you do see houses around the lot.
The beast.
Oh, yep. They're all cowards. They're going to send Smalls to see for himself.
Well, it's that I like that they weaved in a little bit of it's like the juvenile imagination. Like you make things bigger than they are. Like something
Yes.
happens and you turn it into a story, and it kind of keeps growing and growing to become like this legendary monster or something. And all it is at the end of the day is just a dog. Cowbot says they need to get paper routes, build character. That just makes me think of Paperboy now, you know? God,
That's what kids did
what
up
happened to that?
until, I mean, even when I was a kid, that's what kids would do. That would be their job. Um,
Part puppet,
but
part dog. Well, and when I hear the Beast, I think of
definitely.
like Peter Benchley's The Beast, that giant like kraken squid thing that he wrote about after Jaws, after he, was sorry that he wrote such a compelling shark story. Made people hate sharks and all that stuff, and then he goes out and writes a giant squid story.
He had a knack for it.
That's right. Sea monsters.
Yes, Matt, it's definitely a movie trope. Scary neighbor that lives in scary house is actually a nice guy. I had so many of them in my neighborhood when I had to walk home from school. But of course, you hear it from your friends, don't go up to that house. We had a house on our route that um, people actually convinced me that there was a witch that lived in the house. Um, and of course, being a kid, what do I didn't know any better.
It's funny, Alex, because there's the line, you're killing me, Smalls, and I don't remember it being like here in the clubhouse and stuff. I thought he said it on the field or whatnot.
This is the first time he says it.
Just
Yeah,
make
but he says
about
it
to make a
two or
s'more.
three
I mean,
times.
okay.
Yep. And here's another classic movie trope: kids in their clubhouse
That's right.
slash treehouse.
All right, let's put this out to the chat because how do you like your marshmallow toasted? Because I like mine charred black like carbon. I like the thing, on fire, charred to a crisp, and then I eat it. What about you guys?
Most definitely. When Ham was making it and it turned black, you have to turn it black and wait till it puffs up a little bit,
Yeah, get it
and then
caramelized.
it literally tastes like charcoal, but that is the best.
Yeah, and then they got the melty core inside of it. That's what
Yep.
I always went for. And it
Yep.
was a little bit of a crunch to it too. I kind of like that. I really like my food kind of charred to the bone. My meat, my just like my meat, my marshmallows. I like them all well done. But
Yeah, because you do have to heat the marshmallow up enough to melt the chocolate.
yeah,
Matt hates s'mores. That's okay. And I love this legend. This is the legend that these kids make up in their mind. Um, but when you think about it, this is how legends were created when I was a kid too, based on very limited information.
yeah.
Um, and these kids would just weave these tales. Obviously, they've never been in the back of that house. All they see is through the fence.
And I love that their renditions, their flashbacks of burglars wearing the striped shirts and the domino masks.
Yeah, and all of this, in a kid's imagination. Um, that's a good one, Matt. Over there in Discord, that GIF, put the chocolate on the gram, as in Heather Graham, but I'm bum. Johnny Devick, I don't think so. Is this connected to the Beast Boys?
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Honestly, nowadays, if I really want a s'more, I just kind of get s'mores Pop Tarts. They kind of have the whole package in there, and I just toast it, and it's good to go.
Oh, jeez. Uh, Calbot, I have never done that. Ever
Peeps
done
jousting?
peeps jousting? You put two peeps in the microwave facing each other with toothpicks stuck in them. The microwave expands them until one pops the other. Um, no, but I'm going to tell my daughter about that, and she's probably going to want to do that.
I'm gonna try that next time, Calbot. I've never said to myself, I need to go out and get me some peeps, but next time I'm definitely gonna try that.
Um, yeah,
Forever, I've heard this
peeps
part.
Peeps are like, I like to say they're not real marshmallow, but they do have that marshmallow core.
Yeah.
Just give me a regular marshmallow, but
Yeah.
well, that would be fun doing the
Yeah.
Peeps jousting.
I'm just not normally a fan of marshmallows unless it's like in hot chocolate or a s'more. That's basically the two appropriate, venues in order to consume them, as far as I know.
So I would think that if these kids really want to get a good look at the dog, that since their clubhouse overlooks the yard, that they would have spent enough time there to get to scope out the dog.
Right. I like how they keep using the dried ice and the smoke and the fog to add to the creature's reputation. Alex Peacock says, according to IMDb, the actress who played the Wendy character is in the Grindhouse movies. She's not Cherry Bomb, is she, Alex?
Uh, yeah, what is her name? Isn't her in real life? The actress's name is Wendy as well.
Hmm.
Nope, Marley Shelton is
Okay.
Wendy.
Oh, Brolin's wife. Okay. Uh-oh. Femme fatale incoming.
Interesting.
Wendy
She,
Peppercorn. She
yeah, we
definitely
have
got.
a lot of these tropes, right? The boy with the crush.
Oh yeah, and
Um,
the dream woman. She's definitely got that '60s look about her.
Most definitely.
Jeez. Kids.
Well, they have to figure out something else to do. Um, so what else could they do on a hot summer day? I really appreciate this movie um, bringing in Smalls instead of making him an outcast.
Hmm.
That just, hits me in the feels, being an introvert myself, going into a new school or, you know, not being able to make friends that well, just being included. So, yeah, good kids.
God, I can only imagine how hot it is in Utah in the summer. Jesus.
Um, let's see. I think, where was this film? Like right around Salt Lake City, I believe.
Yeah.
Um, all right, Salt Lake City in the summer. Although it would be hot in the summertime in the San Fernando Valley, what hot for them is what, 90,
Yeah.
80? Um, okay, Salt Lake City is hot, sunny, and dry.
Oh yeah.
80s to mid 90s. Okay, that would be average. Okay, yep, we have her as a lifeguard. Okay, a little innocent, what, puppy love. They're crushing on her. Yeah,
Head to the
Mad
pool.
Matt, this movie is a squeaky clean version of Bad News Bears. That is true.
Wendy Peppercorn was the lifeguard. Oh, of course, she's doing her, suntan lotion on her legs while she's sitting up there.
She knows the kids are looking at her.
Yeah, she knows. She's
She
working
knows.
it.
So if these kids are roughly 12, she's got to be what, 16, 17, 18?
Easily.
If she's been a lifeguard for several years, they've been doing this for a couple years, she's got to be 18. Ugh.
I
Well,
swum here first of all, I love that he used the correct conjugation of the word swam, like swum. But I also love the fact that he says of my adult life.
they must be feeling like they're grown-ups.
Well, all kids do. Once,
Yeah.
once a kid hits 15, they think they are grown. Psh, give me a break.
Yep. And then their parents just get so stupid. Yep. Okay. Alex Peacock, yeah. Oh, she knows what she's doing, says Squints,
Yeah,
and Squints knows exactly what he's doing.
yeah. Alex Peacock posted a GIF from the Olympics in Discord. Alex, who's that? That's on the board there.
Yep. I was just clicking on that because for a second I thought you were going to post in the '84 Olympics. I think it was Greg Louganis
Ah, yeah.
who hit his head
Right.
on the diving board. And I remember seeing that live back when the Olympics were just phenomenal to behold.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
And maybe they
back
are.
in
I
the
just,
Well, I mean, if I remember correctly, back in '84 when Russia,
oh,
didn't participate, and then the U.S. just cleaned up on a number
they
of
did.
medals. And I also remember that McDonald's had like a promotion. They were going to give out like certain food items for like every kind of medal that were awarded, and they didn't realize that Russia wasn't going to play, so we just cleaned up, and so I'm sure people got like days worth of free food from McDonald's. I'm sure they posted a big
Yeah.
loss that year.
They have to honor it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. Sorry, we're so good.
That's what happens when you're
What
marketing.
happens? Okay, Squints, this might be a little inappropriate. Um, it is debatable whether this scene would be able to be filmed in today's society.
They're
Um,
also kids. I mean,
it's, yeah,
it's like, you're not really sexually harassing if you're a kid. You're
yeah.
still exploring, you're still figuring out things about yourself.
Yeah, and Alex, yeah, and this wouldn't fly now. It's a different sensibility now. But back when this was filmed, there are a lot of movies, right, that we can get into a discussion about whether they would be able to make it today. A lot of
Yeah.
movies are a hard no, they would never. A lot of it is debatable. Maybe some scenes they could take out and it would pass by today's standards. Um, so, this was a scene. They included it for a reason,
Yeah.
and then we'll just, yeah, move on. Yeah. Alex Peacock, yes. But a ballsy kid would definitely do that. Yes.
Yeah. I mean, think about it. Back in the '60s, you're a kid, you're blooming, you're looking for anything you can find to try and figure out who you are and what you're into and things like that. I mean, I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying
Yeah.
that, you know,
Um, however, in the confines of this movie, he's 12 years old. She was 19 when she filmed it. She's probably portraying an 18 or 19-year-old in the movie.
yeah,
She is the one with all the power in that situation. This kid tried this ballsy move and she set him straight.
yeah.
Had they portrayed it any other way, then it might be more questionable. Um, so there you
But
go.
then, But then she smiles at him at the end just to
I
kind of
know.
show, like, all right, you got one off me.
Yep,
It's just
yep. But
it's
you're
just like
still
a
banned.
pitch on the outside corner. It's like you smoked one by me. You got to respect that.
Yep. Yeah, and I think that really was, she respected his effort, but she also was able to draw the line, and she was the one that had the power and set him straight.
Yeah.
All right, so we have progressed in the summer, and we are at the 4th of July,
Oh man, nothing like it.
and about halfway through the movie.
Yeah.
Not bad
Chat,
pacing.
chat. How many of you got your town's got your own little 4th of July parade that you attend? I know I got one. My town's been doing it for the last 80 years or so.
Um, yeah, who here lives in a small town? Or, some of the big towns have parades, they have fireworks. Um, wow, back when I lived in, I think Phoenix, they would have a big 4th of July celebration everybody would go to. You're
Really?
just not allowed to light your own fireworks,
Huh.
but in some areas you're still allowed to shoot them off in your property.
No, you weren't allowed in Phoenix to light off your own fireworks?
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
It's like, doesn't Phoenix have a right to carry on there? I mean, seems to be
Yes.
strange that they
However,
wouldn't let you set off some M80s out in the desert somewhere. Man,
um, yeah, not in the summertime. In the confines of the city limits, no way.
well, Alex Peacock, you're right. Fireworks ain't cheap. That's true. Thanks, Trump. But it's we may not have as much to celebrate coming up with this 250th anniversary. It may be celebration of the last year of democracy in this country, but I'm not going to get into that for the sake of the stream.
Well, yeah, we don't need to get political, but you
Yep.
are right. Nothing is cheaper than it used to be.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
Oh,
Everything has gone up. Um, yeah, there's nothing cheap about fireworks, nothing cheap about anything these days.
and
When you revisit these simpler times back in
man.
the 60s, even the 80s, everything seemed to be much more affordable.
Well, and you know what's funny about the 80s is that, I mean, so much of it was around the Cold War, and it's like we were always worried about what was going to happen, when it was going to happen. There was so much about pop culture that was connected to it, and it just turned out to be nothing. So imagine even being alive back in that time and just, not having that fear because you knew nothing was going to come of it. It was just great. Just economic
Well,
excess and you know, pop culture. I mean, some of the best movie and music that came out of America came during those times. I mean, man, if I could just go back.
yeah, and isn't that interesting when you mention that, how much simpler it was to be a child when you weren't bombarded
Right,
by 24-hour news, by having a phone in your face at
right.
all times,
Yep,
where
information
your
all the
news
time.
cycle was generally at the end of the day and what you watched on TV and what your parents told you or what you might have been taught in class.
Yep,
These kids, back in 1962, they still had plenty to worry about. There
yep,
was still a lot of crap going on in the world.
yep. Cuban Missile Crisis.
Exactly.
Yes.
And so it wasn't that the world was, for lack of a better term, safer. Maybe it was, but to be a kid, you were almost insulated from it. Um, Even in the 80s, right? Because I grew up in the 80s as well. We knew about it and we felt it. We knew it was going on. But yep. Oh, yeah, this is funny.
Yeah.
This is funny. Alex is saying, yep, here comes the baseball challenge. It's still funny. Ham has got the best lines
That's right.
ever.
And I love it because I remember most distinctly like that exchange where they were insulting each other back and forth was actually part of a video that was like the best movie insults of all time. And there are some great ones in there, and it punctuates it with "you play ball like a girl," and then you just cut
Yeah.
to the other kids' expressions where they're like, like all
Yeah,
of a
because
sudden said something sacrilegious.
that was the ultimate cut, wasn't it? You throw like a girl.
It's gonna be a short game. I gotta get home for lunch.
And you know the dichotomy of these kids, these kids all have uniforms. Look at
Yeah.
their field, like actual fencing. Um, and so these are the underdogs coming in just kicking their ass.
I love he's
I
talking
love
shit
it.
behind the plate too.
Yep.
Reminds me of like John Candy when he was behind the plate in Brewster's Millions. You know, when they played the Yankees, he was doing the same kind of stuff.
Oh boy, that movie takes me back.
Oh yeah,
I believe Brewster's Millions was 84?
yeah, sounds about right.
It's got to be when I was in high school.
Richard
Nope.
Pryor, John Candy.
Yep, 85. 1985.
Have we ever done a watch party for that one?
Nope.
Oh, we gotta add that to the list, I think.
I have not thought of that movie in forever. And when you mentioned it, it's probably been 10, 15 years since I've seen it.
Oh yeah. And you know what's funniest is that movie, I mean Brewster's Millions, that idea has actually been adapted to film like several times in the early history of Hollywood. I mean, it was written in like 1906, I think, was the book, back when Brewster's Millions meant he like had like $1 million, but obviously as time went on, they just kind of increased the amount, but it was the same sort of idea.
Right, and it revolves around the same plot. Did a quick search. Brewster's Millions is a comedic novel written by George McCutcheon in
Yeah.
1902.
Oh yeah, even earlier. Yeah, Alex, I'm with you. I think the prior version of Brewster's Millions, I think we ought to add that to the list at some point.
Yeah, because we have not done any Richard Pryor.
Oh man, shoo,
Oh boy.
that's a missed opportunity. We got Silver Streak, Millions, The Toy, and the list goes on.
Oh, what's the one? Didn't he do a couple with
Gene Wilder.
Gene Wilder?
Oh yeah,
Yes.
yeah. The Silver Streak was one. See No Evil, Hear No Evil was another one.
Yes, that's the one that he also did with Gene Wilder.
Yep.
Yes, Johnny Devick reminded us. Yes,
Superman
he
3.
was in Superman 3.
That would be a great watch party, actually. Mm.
But Superman 3, we've done it.
Oh, have we? Oh,
Oh
shoot.
yeah, you didn't miss much. I think we've done all the Superman movies. At the end of this month, we're doing the original Friday the 13th from 1980.
Yep.
I have done a search 3 different times because I could have sworn back in the day when Creator VDC did these watch parties, we must have done Friday the 13th, the original.
Hmm.
And I checked 3 times and I didn't see it anywhere. And
Wow.
I tell you what, that's a crying shame. So
Well, we're
we're
gonna
going to
have
be
to.
seeing that this month.
Yeah, we gotta buckle up for that one. We gotta bring some
Yep.
extra fortitude. Old Johnny
Uh,
Devick is asking, did we do Army of Darkness? That'd be another good one too.
no, we have not.
Whew.
Nope.
Hope you
There
taking notes,
are
Brandon.
more movies that we haven't done that we've done. Um, and I am making like in my head, I'm making a list of those movies that, oh my God, for sure we have to see. And the
Mhm.
list keeps getting longer and longer.
Honestly, This scene also brings back memories because I had a friend that did this to me too. We were on like a whirly whirl at a carnival somewhere, and he just blew chunks. And I remember some of that just came back and hit me right in the chest.
Ugh.
Well, the fact that they're
And
got chewing tobacco in their cheeks is certainly not helping things.
and I don't think even at their age they knew how to do it properly because
No,
you're not supposed to chew.
no, you're not. It's just you got to pack it into your gums there. Yeah.
Yep, and so they're chewing, and of course they're gonna blow chunks.
Alex Peacock, I don't think
Um,
we need to do Highlander 2. I don't think anyone needs to
but
see that ever again. But
as a riff watch party, because we are going to be doing a riff watch party, it has to be a bad movie.
right,
Bad movie.
and that's coming from a guy that's actually related to the McLeods, so you know, I don't think we need to see that one.
So Highlander 2 is off. No, you're not
That's
going to
got to
do
be off the list.
that. Well, I tell you what. Have I started my list? Okay, good bad movies. The two that came to my mind today: Battlefield Earth or The Room. Okay.
Good Lord.
I have not sat through Battlefield Earth the whole way through, but I
I,
have watched The Room.
I I've never sat through Battlefield or I've never seen I don't even think I've seen more than 5 minutes of it. The Room, I think I've seen enough memes put together that could probably make up the whole movie.
Um, okay, Let me check the length of Battlefield Earth.
Calbot, you're right. There can be only one. That's why they made the first Highlander, and that was good, and they should have just stayed at that one.
Um, Alex votes for Battlefield Earth, but you know what? There are so many of them. Um, they are so numerous to count. We're not going to do just one and then forget about it. But
Right.
to kick off that genre, let's get a really good one. Um, yeah, and so that watch party's coming up.
Yeah.
Um, oh yeah, this scene is pretty traumatizing.
Hmm.
This scene coming up. I mean, for the kids.
Yeah.
Matt is saying Battlefield Earth length is too long because it is almost 2 hours.
Yeah.
Um,
Yeah. Another reason we
that-
shouldn't subject ourselves to that.
so yeah, for a good bad movie to riff on, maybe we'll keep it about an hour and a half. Although if it's a really good bad movie, we won't mind.
Oh, we knocked the cover off the
Um,
ball. That hasn't happened in a while.
Calbot, that GIF, um, yeah, that's the natural, I believe. At the end,
Oh no! Oh no no no!
no, that wasn't at the end when he hits the ball and it shatters the light.
Yep. She just hits the cover off of it, and then they have to pick up all the seam. That was during the dead ball era, right? Where they kept using like the same ball over and over again, and
Yep.
no one could like get after your ball gets hit a couple of times, and it's just like a rock, you're trying to hit around.
Um,
Oh, old Johnny Devick says swordfish. Oh, that would be a good one too.
ooh, that's a Travolta movie.
Yeah, Travolta, Hugh Jackman. What's her face?
It's,
Christ, I can't
I
remember.
want to
Halle
see Halle
Berry.
Berry.
There we go.
Yep, great minds think alike. Haven't seen that in decades. Wow.
Mm.
Is it really that old?
And like around 2000, right? I mean, it was right around that.
2001.
Jeez Louise,
Wow.
25 years old already.
Don Cheadle, John Travolta, Halle Berry,
Oh,
Hugh
Don
Jackman.
Cheadle, yeah.
Okay.
Eric says, I had this happen once. I was watching an attraction. Someone started to puke inside, and I just missed my shoes. You were lucky, my friend. I've had people puke on me, unfortunately, as a result of those whirly girlies kind of things.
Yeah, this scene for any kid who borrowed a signed baseball from your dad and to see that ball now go over the fence into the beast's yard, this is like traumatizing.
Yeah.
Yeah, he shouldn't have taken,
Oh, God. Well, he
he
didn't know.
shouldn't have taken his dad's ball,
Yeah, he
really.
thought it was like the candy bar, Baby Ruth.
Right. He didn't understand the impact of that signature on the ball,
Nope.
but I get it. He was playing with friends. He wanted to be the hero. He wanted to keep playing. And so now we're switching to the epic save the ball
Right. Well, it's like
adventure.
once they know who signed it, they're like, "Oh shit, we got to save this thing." Alex Peacock says, "Bikini Rock and Halle Berry's always worth it." You're right, my friend. I would never shy away from a watch party where we got to watch that. He also says Bullworth. Ooh, that's an interesting choice. Some Warren Beatty. I don't think we ever had him in the watch party.
Um, no, wasn't okay. Bulworth, didn't he play like a politician of some kind?
Yep. Yep.
Uh,
But it's like he did that. I mean, Dick Tracy and Bonnie and Clyde. I mean, there's a bunch of Warren Beatty we could have done.
well, it's never too late for a good Warren Beatty movie.
Oh yeah. Sure.
Uh, Matt, Halle Berry, so let's watch Catwoman.
No. No. I don't.
Okay,
Halle Berry
Matt.
is a very sweet piece of action, but even I would not want to watch Catwoman just to watch her strut
Um,
around in her, birthday suit or close to it.
okay, let me pose this question to the chat. Um, trying to figure out, superhero movies to watch.
Mm,
The Catwoman, she is a legit superhero,
true.
but there are no good Catwoman movies. Prove
Nope.
me wrong. Does
Nope.
anybody have a good Catwoman movie?
No. Well, I mean, unless we're looking at like the DCAU, like the animated DC movies, maybe. But the live action, nah.
They all, even Michelle Pfeiffer's Catwoman rendition,
Well,
just
Batman Returns. That would be a valid one. I don't know if you've ever done that one before. I
nope.
think you have.
The only Batman we've done is the 1960s comedic version.
Oh man. Well, I could certainly do Batman Returns.
Yeah. Well, we're going to be doing some superhero movies from Marvel, DC, all of the just round it out. Let's do them all.
Yep. Old Johnny
Um,
Devick, Mask of the Phantasm. Not sure Catwoman was there. Catwoman was not Mask of the Phantasm. Old Johnny Devick, but I think we definitely need to do a watch party of that because that might be the best Batman story told on film ever, perhaps. And this is
really?
well, and this is coming from a guy that's seen it all and has got a bunch of Batman movies in his collection. Mask of the Phantasm might be among the best.
All right. That is a 1993 version.
Yep. And it's also a
93
short film
animated.
too, so
Okay. Um, okay. Good catch, Matt. Continuity error. What ball was Dennis Leary using to teach the kid to play catch with?
surely not the Babe Ruth one.
Yeah, and this is where they buy a ball to replace it with, and it costs 98 cents.
Jeez. God, that was a lot of money even for 62.
And for a bunch of kids to find 98 cents, that's a lot of money.
Yeah, like what was
Um,
baseball
yeah.
thinking back then? Jesus.
Yeah. You know what? In all fairness to the mom, I would not have been able to detect that it's not Babe Ruth's signature
Right.
at all.
He spelled Ruth with an E. Oh my goodness.
Well, I think the kid knows he effed up.
Well, at least he had a backup plan.
But you know what? He's got a great bunch of friends that are going to help him out of his
Yeah.
predicament.
Certainly in
Okay, so
62.
you could just go up and knock on the guy's door, but when
Yeah.
your kids have your friends have convinced you that this guy is like the devil, his dog is the devil straight out of hell, you
Yeah.
know, no. Oh,
Yeah.
Miss Swift,
Hey, Swifty.
hello.
How you doing? Been there this whole time, Swifty, or are you just joining us?
Um, I think she was coming from a parade.
Ooh.
Yeah, how was the parade? And what was the occasion? We were talking about Fourth of July parades a little earlier. Um, yeah, it's way too early for a Fourth of July parade.
Oh, yeah, thankfully.
Um,
1077 now. God damn, yeah. Inflation is a son of a bitch nowadays. I wonder if that's how much baseball actually costs now. I guess it probably does. If it's like a Spalding, like an
oh,
officially licensed baseball kind of thing.
well, I tell you what, let me go on Amazon. Amazon, that's a pretty good judge.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hey, you can get um, 6.49. You can get a bucket of them for 48
Okay. Well,
or
that's a little bit
24 of
better.
them. Oh, Miss Swift, my neighborhood throws a parade annually on the first Sunday in June. Fantastic. Probably as a way of kicking off summer, kids getting out of school. These kids have a lot of ingenuity. I tell you that. They're doing the best they can with what they got. That is definitely a puppet dog arm.
Yep. Oh,
And
God.
most
Like,
of the scenes that we see of the dog up until the end are puppet.
Yep. God, they must use like KY jelly or something for that, drip and drool. Maybe the same thing they use for like the xenomorphs in the Aliens movies.
Yep, probably.
Swifty says, my neighborhood throws a parade annually on the first Sunday in June. What's the occasion, Swifty?
And for that dog to destroy the erector set, really? I don't, really? I think they're stretching it just a little bit. But it really is giving us, the audience, a fright.
Yep. I think we've seriously underestimated the beast.
Oh, okay, Miss Swift, I'll have to watch this later on my own. I've never seen this before and don't want to hop in the middle. Totally get it. Totally get it. Um, we are, we have about 34 minutes left.
Hmm.
So yeah, if you jump on, you're gonna miss, um, yeah, you're gonna miss some. So yeah, if you want to bail and catch us next week, go right ahead. Totally get it.
Fraglord in Discord's got a image there of something in a uniform for monsters. Fraglord, that reminds me of the creature from Krull. Am I making that up? Like, where did that come from?
It almost looks like that could be an AI image, Fraglord, unless it's taken from a movie. Although the timestamp on the bottom right is from 94.
Hmm.
So is someone in costume? Oh,
Fraglord
Fragler is
says
saying
it is
AI.
AI.
Yep. Yep, I don't mind using AI for images. The background image for this watch party, that's an AI generated image. But I won't do anything other than that. Matt, oh, summertime movies, Meatballs. I was thinking about Meatballs the other day too. Bill Murray,
Huh.
who else? The kid that was in Meatballs, he's famous too.
Fraglord says took the monster from Krull with AI. God, I'm good.
Yeah, that's good memory, good eyes.
I tell you what, I just got an encyclopedia up here, but it's only good for teaching English and talking about movies.
Well, this is the channel for you too.
That's
Um, we have not done Kroll, and I know we've talked about it several times, haven't we?
We've never done Krull? Oh man. I hope you're taking notes, Sharon.
I'm writing it down.
So
Okay,
many good
chat, am I
suggestions
wrong? Have
today.
we not done Kroll?
I feel
Um,
like we did that with the Creator VC crew at some point. We must have, right?
well, that's what I was thinking about Friday the 13th. Okay, so I will double check. Um,
Oh
but
yeah,
like I say before, I don't mind repeating movies because we are a totally separate entity from Creator VC.
true.
But knowing most of you, if not all of you, and we came from Creator VC, um, I don't have to do movies we've already done.
Right.
But there are some movies that are worth rewatching.
Swifty says the parade commemorates the founding of the colonial settlement that became my neighborhood. Okay, there you go.
Oh,
Makes sense.
very interesting. Ah, Johnny Devick, I could do Crawl again. Wasn't quite online when it was sent.
Alex Peacock says, Furzel, I think we all have founts of useless knowledge. What makes you say it's useless? My film knowledge is what's keeps the lifeblood of this going, my man.
Okay, this, I don't know if we're going to do a up close and personal of the dog, but yeah, this snout, definitely a puppet. Probably foam latex with a dog with fur over it. It's very obviously not a real dog, but that's okay because we have to immerse ourselves in this world of the kids where the dogs are giant, they're giant beasts
Yep.
and monsters.
Oh, that is a formidable puppet too.
That is one scary ass dog, and if I would be face to face with a dog like that, I'd be terrified too.
Right. Oh, you dropped the ball, you dummy. Oh.
Oh, okay. Alex Peacock mentioned Dog Day Afternoon.
Oh, Al Pacino.
Um, It's so funny that you should mention that because one of the podcasts that I love listening to, a true crime podcast, they did a deep dive on that movie because it is based on like a real crime.
Hmm.
Um, Good movie though. Oh,
Yeah.
good movie. I haven't seen that in decades.
Oh, Alex Peacock's also suggesting Falling Down. That's another good one, a Michael Douglas movie.
Yep, we've talked about that too. That is such a good movie. And we only have 52 Sundays in a year.
They're filling
Yeah,
up.
I don't know. Maybe we'll have to do this twice a week, guys. No, Alex, we never did do Falling Down.
There you go.
Nope.
Still a timely satire, that one.
Oh, you could just, it's got so many layers and you could pull so much out of that movie.
Yep. And I like that Calbot posted not just a GIF from Dog Day Afternoon, but also the GIF from Mission Impossible from '96, the first one where Tom Cruise is on the wires and he's almost hits the ground in the
Oh, yeah.
CIA document room. I guess mirroring this kid who's like on ropes and pulleys trying to get the ball.
Yeah, that's exactly what they're doing. But he's got to do like the erector set.
That's right.
That's pretty ingenious.
Yeah. I wonder,
Oh,
like, what are they using for the drool? It looks pretty thick there, like some
not a
sort
real
of
doubt.
icing or something.
It looks like some kind of soap. It could be like Dawn soap with maybe watered down Vaseline,
Phew.
KY jelly.
And then Calbot
Yep.
posted a GIF of BattleBots. Man, Calbot, is BattleBot still a thing? I remember when that was back on Comedy Central about, a decade or two ago. But is that still going strong?
As of a couple years ago, they were. I don't know currently, but that is some hardcore fun actually watching the
Oh yeah.
bots.
Up and the dog
Um,
is wrecking that erector set.
hey, Mad Matt. Okay, mention double features. How about we do a double feature?
Oh.
Is is anybody up for it? So our regular time, regular day, but doing a movie before then? What do you think, guys? And then we'll do a regular one instead of going our regular time and then doing one after.
Hmm.
Um, okay, so this is so cute. Benny is having a dream of Babe Ruth. This is cute and very just innocent.
It's a lot of this reminds me of like a Christmas story. It's like the same kind of, imagination running wild and
And to be an innocent kid trying to solve a big grown-up problem.
yeah. And they
And this
got
is
the
how he
same
does it.
actor who was in Field of Dreams. I can't remember what his name is.
Alex Peacock just posted it. Art Fleury, also in Field of Dreams, and
There you go,
also
Alex.
he played the Tooth Fairy in the Santa Claus movies.
Did he play like Mel Ott, Alex, in the Field of Dreams? Or am I making that up? Mel Ott was a
Well, you
famous.
know who else was in Field of Dreams? An actor that's going to show up later on.
Oh, he played on the Black Sox. Okay.
Um, Matt, yes, it's Art LaFleur.
I've never seen the Babe look so svelte. That's what this guy has played.
Well, he does kind of look like Babe Ruth.
All except for the baby face part and the waistline and everything else.
All right, let's get out of that. All right, too many tabs open.
Alex Peacock, James Earl Jones, yeah, he was a big part of the success of that film. I just remember his monologue at the end of it was major.
Oh, yeah, Field of Dreams is just a feel-good movie.
Yep.
That's also on my list.
I like that Miss Swift posted a little video of the peep jousting in the microwave. Oh,
So you saw the comment about the jousting peeps? That is just the funniest thing I've ever heard of.
and
And
you
how
know,
is it that I have lived this long and have not heard about it?
yeah. And you know, Alex, when you're saying shoes guaranteed to make you faster, when I was a kid, I thought the same thing. I actually got a pair of shoes that I thought legit made me faster because whenever me and my friends were playing tag, I was just juking them and outrunning them. So it's a thing, my man. At least back when I was a kid. As long as they're not Converse.
Oh yeah, Converse are the ones that notorious have no support,
Yeah, it's
no arch support, nothing.
just canvas and a rubber sole. That's basically it.
Yep. Ah, interesting. You should mention that, Johnny Divick. The color palette in this movie is very narrow.
Yeah, kind of sepia toned.
Yeah, I think it's supposed to be reminiscent of washed out memories from childhood. They're really not living in a desert per se. The lot is dry,
Yeah.
but yeah, they're very muted tones. And here he goes. Benny is going to face the beast. That is a real dog.
Yep. He's got his shoes. He's got his LA Dodgers cap, his Rodriguez
Yep.
jersey on. He's good to go.
And I tell you what, after he had his little dream talk with Babe Ruth, he's got courage
Yep.
and maybe a little bit of knowledge that all you got to do is just knock on the guy's door.
Yep. Chat, how many of you seen what the fuck was it called? Never Retreat, Never Surrender, where it was like the first Van Damme film where he played a bad guy and the protagonist had like a dream he was being met by Bruce Lee. Kind of reminds me of that whole Babe Ruth scene there. How many of you guys ever
Oh,
saw that? I found that movie at a yard sale on VHS one day and still in my collection.
I have never heard of it. No Retreat, No Surrender is a 1985
Yep.
action movie starring Jean-Claude.
Yep. No, he played he almost didn't speak in the movie, but he played the bad guy, the heavy basically. And the main character like kept having visions he was being trained by Bruce Lee himself.
And I don't believe we have done any Jean-Claude movies, have we?
Oh, there's a treasure trove.
Oh boy.
Oh, so he's not a Saint Bernard. He's like a what is he? What is this dog?
Well, if he's the offspring of the Cujo dog, maybe a Mastiff.
Yeah, I was good. Yeah, there you go. Mastiff. I was trying to think of the name.
Mastiff slash Saint Bernard, but the coloring on this dog is more of a Mastiff.
Yeah. He jumps over the
Oh,
fence and just.
Matt, did we do Time Cop? Because I think I missed that one if we did do it.
Oh, that would be a good. I mean, that was arguably Van Damme's most successful film, honestly. I think it was like
Time
his.
Cop is
I think
ringing a
like
bell.
the one film that grossed over like $100 million for him.
I will take a look at that because it sounds familiar, but I think it might have been a week that I had to miss.
Calbot's got the gift from No Treat, No Retreat, No Surrender. There you go, man. Huh, that's, I mean, that, like the VHS I got in my collection, that's the only time I've ever seen that film anywhere.
Do you still have the VHS copy of it?
Oh yeah, yeah. I got about a dozen VHS in my collection. Actually, maybe more than that with all the Disney clamshell movies I got too. And now we
So
got
this scene,
this,
this scene is just played for laughs, right? The dog and Benny running from the dog.
which is
There's
Benny showing
nothing.
his athleticism. You know, he's like parkouring all over this shit.
There is nothing threatening about the dog at this point.
Just a
Yeah.
mastiff. Oh, but while he is going through windows and shit, it's like White Fang. He's just kind of tearing through stuff.
And yeah, we have a cake and a dog. Gee, what's gonna happen? Right? Kind of thing.
Oh man, it rips right through the screen.
So yeah, this is a bit of comedic moment.
Yeah. Old Giant Epic says sudden impact or hard target. Yes, I got those in my collection too, Johnny. Yeah, those would also be valid valid entries as well.
Sudden impact. Oh, yes.
Wasn't Sudden Impact the Die Hard clone, but it was like at a hockey rink, like during the championship or something, or
Um, Sudden Impact is a Dirty Harry. I almost considered doing it because I loved Sudden Impact. Um,
oh, Sudden Death. That thanks, Johnny. Yeah, I was thinking of the
oh,
wrong.
not Sudden Impact, Sudden Death. Okay.
Oh,
Sudden Death. Okay. Let's see. Sudden Death from 95.
Lethal Weapon 2. Ooh.
Oh, well, we haven't done any Lethal Weapon movies.
I haven't done any
So,
Lethal Weapon. Oh my goodness. Another
nope.
treasure trove.
Um,
And I love that they've got like a 4-layer cake at like just a small town carn like carnival kind of setup. You never see that anymore.
um, would that this day that we're on, is that right after July 4th? Could that be the connection? Because otherwise, maybe it's a Founders Day celebration, like, Miss Swift has a parade every year. Maybe.
Hmm.
Um, so, speaking of all of these movies, just real quick, stay tuned after the movie because I have an announcement. Um, yeah, we just have so many movies
Hmm.
um, to get through. But yeah, I've got a fun announcement for next week. Um, Matt is saying save Lethal Weapon for 2 days before my retirement. Hey, when is that going to be? Let us know.
Oh,
Oh,
Calbot, Jim Cotta. I remember my older brother having a poster of that movie on his wall for the longest time, and I always stared at it and I was like, what the hell is Jim Cotta? Never saw that movie, but I know its reputation.
Oh, didn't we see that movie?
Was it the same guy that did American Ninja? Who the hell am I thinking of?
I can't remember, but that scene looks so familiar there, Calbot.
Yeah. Oh, poor pup's
Um,
tucking himself out.
well, isn't it heartwarming? They're saving the dog after the dog ran through town chasing Benny. The
Yep.
dog was not that fast. Otherwise, it would have pounced on Benny.
Yep.
Aw, now look at how adorable that dog is.
Oh, poor pups.
Oh, and they saved him. And you know the old adage, never judge a book by its cover. What? Never judge a big dog by
Yeah.
the growl. Well,
Well, it's also like,
good.
it's like even when an enemy's like put up a good fight, like when you win, you still extend your hand and, you know, shake hands, and it's like it was a good fight. So it's that kind of thing. It's like the honorable victory sort of deal.
Yeah. And look, the dog in his own way is going to
Oh,
thank them.
oh, he's just drooly.
He's a good
Look
boy.
at the pups. He's
Oh,
looking off screen at his trainer. No.
exactly. I love this scene. It just warms my heart thinking all the dog wanted, he's collecting all of these baseballs. He just wanted to play ball with someone,
Yeah.
right? But Benny is doing the right thing, knocking on the guy's door.
Yeah.
And little did he know, it was Darth Vader who answered the door.
Who's also in Field of Dreams too.
Hmm. Yep.
I think we just got to do Field of Dreams one of these days. Good lord.
Um, yeah, Field of Dreams came out in '89, a couple years prior to this. So this does feel like a little rip-off of Field of Dreams in a sense. It kind of ripped a little bit from there, ripped off a little bit from Stand By Me,
Yep.
and all of those other movies of the day.
James
But I
Earl.
don't fault it because it's got a good heart.
Yep. Hercules.
And so now Squints gets his ass kicked because he's the one that was spreading the gossip about this guy and the dog.
Hmm.
He's so full of shit. Oh boy, back being a young kid thinking nothing of going into a neighbor's home. Like no big deal.
No one thought about knocking on the door.
That's what I thought of too. Oh my God, Mad Matt, that gif is hysterical. That's what I thought. Hercules, Hercules. Is it just me or in that gif, you can tell under all that makeup, you can still kind of tell who it is under the makeup.
Hmm.
Ooh, Alex Peacock, double feature Field of Dreams and Bull Durham.
Oh, Bull Durham. There's another one.
Or we get Field of Dreams and another sports movie. Doesn't even have to be baseball. There are plenty of sports centered movies, genre movies, sports genre.
You're dead where you stand.
You know, I love his character.
Yeah.
Doctor, no, Mr. What is his name? Mr. I know he's got a name. Choo, 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 choo. Uh, Mr. Myrtle. That is who James Earl Jones is playing, and we've got a really good background for his
It's,
character.
it's got Murderer's Row signed on that.
Now, is that true? The 1927 team were they called?
Oh yeah, I mean, we got Lou Gehrig, you got Babe Ruth. I mean, it was I mean, they called
Murder?
Murderer's Row because I mean, there was no beating those guys back then. The '27 Yankees are one of the all-time best teams ever.
So they did, there is a lot of accuracy in this movie. I think they just taken a lot of license with the 60s. So would a baseball with Babe Ruth's signature on it be more valuable than this 1927 Murderers Row signed ball? Which one is more valuable?
I don't know, probably. I mean, I think the one he's given. I think part of why he's making this choice is because he knows he's blind and he really couldn't tell the difference what balls he had left anywhere at that point anyway. You know, and he's also ingratiating himself with the younger generation.
Yeah, that is so true.
And I mean, he's also getting a deal out of it. He says, you know, you come over and talk baseball with him, so it's like he's getting an excuse to like, you know, get someone to talk to him.
In a way, this final scene, it's very heartwarming, where him and his stepdad are now bonding over baseball in the same way, right? That the end of Field of Dreams, like you were saying, it just kind of hits you in the feels where he's playing catch with his dad. So I think they did steal a little bit of that sentiment to make this same kind of ending. Um, but it's okay.
Hmm.
And so these kids in the movie, these characters, we're getting a sense of they just move on to bigger and better things and grow up, just like we all do. Okay, Matt, what are you talking? Okay, roller babies, but then, yeah, you meant solar babies. We had talked about that movie before, but no, we didn't do a watch party. Maybe we will.
Hmm.
Solar babies, I'll write that down.
Sharon, have we ever done Major League?
No, I have a
Oh,
funny story about that movie.
Cowbot
Um,
just posted a GIF of you know, Bob Euchre and the just a bit outside. Like that makes me think
um,
we need to do Major League at some point.
Major League. They filmed part of the movie in Tucson
Yep.
at the what stadium where they
Yep.
do a lot of spring training, and they did a cast like a casting call, and it was broadcast when I was living there in Tucson at the time. That anybody who wants to be in the background, you got to show up at the park on a certain day. We sat all day while they filmed one scene.
Huh.
But Tom Berenger was there, like the whole cast was
Yep.
there. We just didn't get to interact. But yeah, the people in the stadium are just, I don't remember what we called ourselves, Tucson, well, Tucsonites? I don't know. What would you call someone from Tucson? But yeah, that's another fun movie we should probably do.
Yep. You know, Major League Two obviously didn't stand up as well as the first one did, but I'll never forget that one because they actually filmed that at Camden Yards,
Well, see, we all have a connection to these movies. It's so cool.
which, by the way, is my
Um,
jersey I'm wearing right now. I don't know if you can see it.
oh, no, we can't see it. Oh, it is a baseball jersey. Nice. Nice. Yeah, Alex Bertram, no one ever saw him again. LOL, yeah, is in the 60s. The 60s got a hold of him.
Hmm.
And baseball just made these kids' lives better for that summer
Yeah.
and lifelong friendships.
Well, it's just like that that Stand By Me movie. It's like, the friends. It's like the last scene ended with the friends we make, when we're kids. Whatever beats that. I think it's like something like that. Richard Dreyfuss ended on.
Yeah, and sometimes the best friends that you ever make in your life are the ones that you make in your childhood. And sometimes you move on and lose touch with the kids from your childhood, like your friends from your childhood, and then, you grow up and make new friends.
Yeah.
So there you go, guys. Um, that was a lot of fun.
Whew. I remember.
Yeah, it's a lighthearted, heavy movie at times, but there you go. There we kicked off our summer fest, our summer movies. Will be going through June, July, and August.
Hmm.
And this month's theme was just kind of throwing a whole bunch of different movies out. And then I'm working on July and August. We'll see what we got. So next week, did I forget what we're doing next week? I know it's posted. What are we doing next week?
Oh,
The River Wild.
there you go.
That is, for anybody that has not seen it, that is literally a wild ride through some rapids. Um, and it's a lot of fun.
Hmm.
So, next week, I'm going to do another chat before our watch party. I want to do it a little different. I'll probably still start it at the same time, about an hour and a half before our watch party, which is 11 o'clock my time. Um, there are so many topics related to movies in the entertainment industry. And I wanted to throw out that next week I want to focus on, let's talk about these good bad movies.
Hmm.
And there's so many that I'm losing track of them from so many different genres, eras, movie directors, actors. Let's talk about some that you guys like and would like to do as a fun riffing watch party. I would also like to do a deeper dive into movies that have been adapted from books
Hmm.
or other that are not original screenplays per se, but they come from other material and how they have adapted into the big screen. If we can cram all of that into 1 hour, that's great. But if not, I think I want to do these chats before the watch party, maybe once a month.
Yeah.
Because I'm already on my computer setting things up, and so it's a great time for me to do it. If it works for you guys, join me next week at 11 o'clock my time, which is an hour and a half before we do our watch party. And then, yeah, those are kind of the two topics I would love to do a deeper dive on. But of course, when we start chatting, who knows where it goes.
Hmm.
So, alrighty, guys. What did you think of today's? If you haven't seen it, what is your impression? Matt is saying when I met Will Wheaton for a photo op, I said, "Stand by me." He either didn't get it or did get it and was annoyed. He's probably heard it a million times.
Hmm.
All right, Calbot is saying, thanks, Sharon and Mr. Ferzel. Haven't seen this since, oh, my kids were kids, maybe mid-20s. This was fun. All right.
Yeah, this
Um,
was more fun than I mean, I haven't seen this movie in years and years, so it was nice to go back to it because it I did revisit a few things.
yeah, this was just a light palate cleanser, nothing too heavy,
Yeah.
and just, yeah, movies don't always have to be heavy or, like onions. You don't have to pull away so many layers all the time. But yeah, it was great fun, guys. Matt is saying heartwarming fun flick.
Yep.
Exactly. And next week we're going to get into more of an action adventure. It's got Kevin Bacon, it's got Meryl Streep,
Hmm.
all-star cast. I mean, what's not to love?
Yeah.
And all right, guys. Any last words, Mr. Furzel?
No, just looking forward to where we're going the rest of the summer. It seems fun.
It's going to be quite an adventure. Yes, Alex Peacock. I think River Wild has Kevin Bacon as a bad guy. Oh, he is a bad guy,
Oh yeah.
and he is fun to watch. And Meryl Streep too. This is kind of not her usual drama that I'm used to. So it's going to be a fun time, guys. Um, all right. Well, thank you, Mr. Furzel. Thank everybody for watching. It's been great fun, and we're going to have great fun next week. Join me before the movie if you can, before the chat for a chat next week, and just pay attention for the link. I'll post it on YouTube and in Discord by Friday. I like to do it at the end of the week, but just be on the lookout. Um, all right. Anything else? Any last words?
Nope. Looking forward to it. Thanks again,
All right.
everybody who joined us today. Calbot, Alex Peacock, Eric, Matt, everybody. Thanks for coming in.
And thank you, Mr. Furzel. Thanks, everybody. It's been fun. Have a great week. Be safe. Be good to yourself. And we'll see you next week.
Yep.
Bye.
See you guys.